The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NWA Anarchy Tag Team Championship. When the bell rings, the man in charge of the action is Dee Byers. Introducing first, they are Jimmy Rave approved. Coming down the aisle, they are Mike Posey and Corey Hollis. And introducing the champions, making their way down the aisle from Augusta, Georgia and Salt Lake City, Utah, respectively. They are Anthony Henry, Dustin Knight, You've Gone Wild.
NWA Anarchy hostile environment continues. John the Body Johnson with Andrew Alexander. And the Anarchy tag team titles are on the line. The champions, You've Gone Wild, Anthony Henry, Dustin Knight, defending against the Jimmy Rave approved team of Corey Hollis and Mike Posey.
I think this match, I'm a little partial to tag team wrestling. I love tag team wrestling. This match could be the best match of the night. But the shocker has already happened. The Urban Assault Squad are back. Nemesis Shadow Jackson, the big summer blockbuster may be Rise of the Planet of the Apes, but the big blockbuster here is Rise of the Concrete Gorillas. Because the Urban, they're back on the same page, John Johnson. That is huge. After 5 years?
You just thought that up yourself, didn't you? That's pretty good.
It's very good.
Very good. I had to give you credit for that one. But tag team action in the ring. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off the action. I do, but...
Do you have a Jimmy Rave approved t-shirt?
I do have a Jimmy Rave approved t-shirt.
Do they have it in your size?
They do have them in my size, thank you. I'm down to a 1X times 3, but...
Oh, wow. I think Corey Hollis has made Anthony Henry a little upset.
Well, first, now this You've Gone Wild, they're the Anarchy Tag Team Champions. And this is a team that you're very familiar with.
I'm very familiar.
You're very familiar with You've Gone Wild. In fact, I think there was some mutual respect being shown.
I'm not as familiar as Corey Hollis is. Anthony Henry never slapped me so many times in the face. I didn't make him that mad. But each one of those kicks has a little more velocity because of those sweet tassels on the back of the kick pad of Anthony Henry.
Oh, and a kick right to the chest. Got him in the sternum.
Corey Hollis needs to tag this fantastic Mike Posey.
Mike Posey, Corey Hollis, of course, part of the group known as Jimmy Rave approved. That also includes Chip Day and, of course, their leader, Jimmy Rave.
Jimmy Rave, why does he never show his face? Why does he send his little buddies to do all the work and he never shows up?
Don't you know Jimmy Rave's an international superstar? Jimmy Rave is all over the planet.
He's an international superstar. He's a huge rock star on Impact Wrestling. I've seen Jimmy Rave. I'm familiar with him. But I think he can show his face in NWA Anarchy.
Well, sir, I know you were too busy getting your brains beat out at Hardcore Hell to remember this, but Jimmy Rave was at Hardcore Hell. I mean, I don't want to bring up bad memories, but that was...
show up for the big, huge events for NWA Anarchy. This is hostile environment, pal.
Yeah.
It's hot. It's hostile. We're here. We got Dee Byers in the ring. What else do you want? Why isn't he here?
Don't you worry. I know why Jimmy Rave's not here, but I'm not telling you.
Well, Dustin, tonight's the night is here, and he's lighting Mike Posey up. And now they're both lighting him up.
Now you see, unlike Wes Grissom, the ingrate that he is, and Jacob Butterworth, Mike Posey is one of these guys who made a successful transition from referee to successful wrestler.
Jacob Ashworth is facing the NWA North American champion tonight, Sean Tempers, for that title. That's a pretty big deal in this business, John Johnson.
Yeah, but he's not Mike. You know what? He's not Mike Posey, and he's not Jimmy Rave approved.
Mike Posey is a tremendous athlete. He stretches entirely too much. A human being should not be that flexible. He's a really talented wrestler, but I think he's a better referee. I said it. He should be in the stripes.
I think you're jealous.
I think one of them's going to tap out right here.
Well, first of all, Dee Byers needs to get Dustin Knight out of the ring because he's the illegal man.
Face on one man, a Texas cloverleaf on the other. You're right. Dee Byers should officiate. He should get one of these men out before the 5 count. Wow, suicide dive. Little Superman maneuver to match the trunks of Anthony Henry.
Anthony Henry, another former Young Lions champion, current Anarchy Tag Team champion. A guy, and these are two guys. If they were to make it through this team of Jimmy Rave approved, they got to face my guys coming up really soon. I'm talking about the ambassadors. I'm talking about Jacoby Boykins and Chris Main.
You think Jacoby Boykins and Chris Main, you think they can handle the speed of the Flash Dustin Knight like that? Did you see how fast he moved through the air right there?
First of all, you don't understand about the biasness here in NWA Anarchy, especially against my tag team. I don't have to go any further than what I just said.
You think I don't understand about bias in this company?
No! You've always been the golden child.
Really? I was never held back?
Never.
I know plenty of men that are held back in this company. We can't all have six-pack abs, John Johnson. We don't all get the big main event matches.
And we're not all the American Idol either.
I don't think Jacoby Boykins, I don't think he's ripped like a Greek Adonis. He better really pull out some magic to win that 4-way scramble match tonight.
Oh, don't you worry. Don't you worry about our 4-way scramble.
I'm sure you
don't. I'm not worried about it. We got this one in the bag.
Well, right now, Dustin Knight's on the he's on the bad end of a Jimmy Rave approved beatdown right now from Corey Hollis and Mike Posey using some illegal tactics there.
And right now, this is one thing that I always try to tell Timmy D about tag team wrestling. How successful you can become in tag team wrestling by cutting off half the ring, keeping that guy keeping him in your corner or in close proximity of, which keeps him further away from his partner. You wear him down, you beat him down, you choke him, you pull a little bit of hair, it's okay.
That's pretty good. Do you tell your man the ambassador that?
Yes, I do.
What is an ambassador?
Why are you worried? We're the ambassadors. We spread goodwill to people. We're the ambassadors of anarchy.
You spread something to the people of anarchy, that's for sure, Sean Johnson. Mike Posey, Corey Hollis, they are a great tag team. You saw that double team maneuver with Corey Hollis holding Dustin Knight in the gut wrench position, Mike Posey leaping over with the leg drop. That was a great maneuver. I think the Youth of the Wild are the best tag team in all of NWA Anarchy, and I think they're the best tag team to be in all of NWA Anarchy in quite some time.
I thought you suffered a crushed larynx, not a crushed brain cell. Are you crazy? I know what it is. I'm sorry.
Who's better than the Youth Gone Wild?
They
are the tag team champions.
Who's better? The ambassadors. We're the rightful tag team champions.
Well, we'll see later on in that 4-way scramble match for the #1 contendership. We'll talk about the ambassadors then. I'm sure the great end we'll hear about the ambassadors then. But right now, let's focus on this. Dustin Knight really desperately needs to get over to his partner, Anthony Henry, and make a tag. And I think Dee Byers needs to check right there. I think the forearm of Corey Hollis could be under the throat there. Under the chin, I mean. He could be really choking the man right now.
There's like a 3/4 inch mark of where the throat begins and ends, and he's well within that 3/4 inch mark. You should know that. Speaking of which, when are you going to let me see the scar?
stick to your job. Dustin Knight trying to get a little momentum behind him. The fans really wanted him to get to the corner to tag Anthony Henry. Corey Hollis, I mean, Corey Hollis is a great athlete. I take nothing away from Corey Hollis. I think he's a little bit of goof hanging out with Jimmy Rave, wanting him to approve everything he does. Same thing with Mike Posey.
Do you not realize what it means to be Jimmy Rave approved?
What does it mean?
It means everything. It's you know what? It's almost like being USDA approved. They're grade A wrestlers. That's what being Jimmy Rave approved is.
They are grade A wrestlers. They're a grade A tag team. I don't deny that. Right now he's ramming Dustin Knight's skull into the mat. He's got this headset on. He can put him away right now. But why do they need Jimmy Rave to approve everything they do? Why do they need his support so much? He's not even here. He's not in the building. He doesn't see what they do. He's not watching.
Sir, do you not have this little thing called the internet?
I've heard of the internet.
Okay. Do you not think that Jimmy Rave has the internet? In fact, Jimmy Rave invented the internet.
If he's such an international superstar, he shouldn't have time to get on the internet.
Well, how else is he going to watch his tag team?
I mean, these are some great tag team winners. Dee Byers a little. That scene, Dee Byers was out of position, but that was because Mike Posey took too long getting out of the ring. These are great tag team maneuvers from Jimmy Rave approved. You can't take anything away from them. But the Houston Wild, they're the tag team champions for a reason. What team have they not beaten? They took the tag team title. They defeated Billy Buck and myself to get the tag team title against the X-Rays. They're the best tag team we have. And if Jimmy Rave wants to take the titles from them, I think they need to train a little harder, prepare a little better before coming here just out of the blue. They haven't been here. They haven't been in NWA Anarchy competing week in and week out like your ambassadors have.
Well, you know, first of all, let me tell you about Jimmy Rave approved, okay? And you're right, they haven't been here week in and week out like my ambassadors have. But my ambassadors have the chance tonight to make it. They have a chance tonight to get the title shot that's rightfully theirs. However, we talk about Jimmy Rave approved because they're in the ring. They've been going all over the National Wrestling Alliance, making a name for themselves. And what would it be like? I mean, think about this. Think about how many seats we could sell with the Jimmy Rave approved team of Mike Posey and Corey Hollis against my ambassadors. How great would that be? Two of the greatest wrestling minds, Jimmy Rave and John Johnson, managing their tag teams in the spotlight of the National Wrestling Alliance. It would never be the same. It would totally change the industry as we know it.
Could your team of the ambassadors beat Jimmy Rave approved?
Why are you going to put me in the spot like that?
Could they beat Jimmy Rave approved?
Well, yeah. Anybody can beat anybody.
I think Dustin Knight isn't. Dustin Knight's
Whoa! Did you see that? Dustin Knight just kicked out of Mike Posey's Alabama Jam. That big leg drop. Nobody kicks out of that one.
That's going to be the 5th or 6th leg drop that Mike Posey's hit in this match. Dustin Knight, they really need to go back to the drawing board quickly and find something to put Dustin Knight away. He was about to make a tag, and they took Anthony Henry off the apron, not allowing the tag. If it wasn't for that, Anthony Henry would be clean house right now. He's fresh. Look at, he's chomping at the bits, ready for action. He wants this match so bad he can't stand it.
He does not want in this match. He does not want any part.
Dustin Knight desperately needs this is the opening right now. And there's, yes, Anthony Henry, the French man, gets the tag.
Anthony Henry comes in, taking Mike Posey right down. Forgets about Corey Hollis.
Suplex release, all impact from Anthony Henry.
And right now, did you see Mike Posey still a little bit too early? Big enziguri there. Dustin Knight still out on the apron, took a lot of punishment in this one. Still to come in this at this big, huge, hostile environment event. We've got the NWA North American title on the line. Sean Timbers defending against Jacob Ashworth. And don't forget.
Wow, that was a leaping neck breaker from the top rope. That's a new maneuver from Dustin Knight. I've never seen that. You were saying about Sean Timbers.
Yes, Sean Timbers defending that North American title against Jacob Ashworth. And don't forget, four-way dance for the NWA North America, or NWA Anarchy heavyweight title, excuse me. 7, the champion defending against Azriel Kimo and Michael Judas. That all is still to come here tonight at Hostile Environment.
Anthony Henry doing his best to fight off 2 men here.
And right there, both men. That's it right there. New tag team champions.
No, only a 2 count. Dustin not have taken too much punishment.
And right there, driving those knees right into the back of Dustin Knight.
The frosty hangover from Corey Hollis, that gut wrench into a lung blower combination. Oh, Anthony Henry fights out of the double team attempt from Jimmy Crew. 3 feet to the skull of Mike Posey. They don't make a stretch to prepare for that maneuver.
And right now,
I think the youth just went wild.
The winners of the match and still NWA Anarchy Tag Team Champions, Youth Gone Wild!
Able to hold on to those Anarchy Tag Team Championships. But don't forget, later on tonight, 4 corners elimination tag team match. The winners, the ambassadors, of course, will get a shot at the Anarchy Tag Team Championship in the future. So this could be the very last time these guys get to celebrate as champions. More Hostile Environment right after this.